Alright, welcome back for another Minecraft episode of the Survival Guide. This is episode 9, where we talk about our auto chicken farm and cooker, as well as a bamboo farm. And unfortunately, as you'll see, I've already actually got it all built. I actually filmed this whole process in my Twitch account. And when I went to download it, none of my audio was on there. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to show it to you after it's already built. So I'm going to do my best to kind of walk you through how this all works. I'm going to have to tear it all up a little bit. But yeah, I'm going to go through the mechanics and kind of show you how it works. But the plus side to this is at least I went through and got all my errors out of the way. There was a lot of testing and this through in the other videos, so that way you don't have to see all that. You can just see the finished product. So let's just go ahead and jump right into this. Alright. So if you go back here, we're going to... Let's see here. We need my shears. Of course. You know what? We're not going to worry about it. I'm going to have to just get some more of these leaves, and we'll just do this here. As you look through here... Oh, what in the world? Okay. That's not supposed to happen. Maybe there's more errors than I thought. Anyway, if you look back here, we do have the main mechanics of the chicken farm. Unfortunately, I might have to put some blocks in here to try to eliminate the chickens from actually coming out. And maybe what I'll do is just take some solid blocks. I guess we could use these. These aren't gonna really matter that much. But up on the top, we have our chickens that are laying the eggs. And they lay the eggs, and then there's hoppers with all these carpet pieces. And unfortunately, I went through and showed all this in my other video, which I'm really disappointed about. The audio not working. I tried to voice over, but it just wasn't working the way that I wanted it to. But if you look in here, I put some glass around here, and maybe that's not the best move because they're transparent blocks. I mean, I haven't had any problems on my other world using glass, but because this is all enclosed, it might be an issue. That might be something that you'll find. You can mess around with it on your world and see how it works for you. But the eggs are laid into these hoppers, and they're all faced to go into this one hopper system into the dispenser. The dispenser is facing towards this slab, and underneath the slab is a hopper that picks it up and moves it down underneath. You need to have a solid block above the what I call a killing chamber, because the baby chickens are going to end up in there, and then they'll grow up and eventually die, and then the chicken and the feathers will go underneath. So I'm going to put some blocks in there just to kind of really hoping that this will eliminate the issue of all these chickens coming in here, because you really don't want a whole bunch of chickens just kind of spilling out into that open area. Alright, so we'll close that off. I will dig underneath here to kind of show you the circuit for separating the chicken and the, let's see if I can find it here. Come on. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to just carve this all out so you guys can get a good look at it. And this is the circuit that will separate the chicken from the feathers. And so right here you have all this redstone, or all this granite right here is the redstone circuit. You have a comparator coming out of the hopper, and I believe this is like 2 down from, I mean it can be the exact top one, but I like to have one hopper above it, so you can actually, here, might as well carve this out too, just to kind of show you guys. Okay, so you have the kill chamber right here, and then you have one hopper that's facing the opposite direction, or the direction that you want it to go, to your chest. A hopper right here, and this will have a comparator facing out with 2 redstone dust going down. This one will power this block, which will go to this repeater. The repeater will go to this block to the redstone torch, which will stop this from allowing chicken to go in and out. You're always going to have one chicken in there as kind of a default. I mean, you could take it out, it won't matter, but eventually the next chicken that comes in there, it'll end up going in there. Okay, of course. Alright, so back up to here. The way that you want to get this to work is you have to have a medium, something that's not going to go in through the system, which I'm hoping dirt will not go through here. If a piece of dirt does go through here, it will kind of mess up the system a little bit, but you just have to come in and reset it. You can use anything as the medium. You can use sticks, you can use the netherrack bricks, whatever you want to use that you have a lot of, which typically a lot of people have dirt. If you're using an auto sorter, I mean, you wouldn't want to use dirt because it would be the one item that you're probably going to have a chest for it to go to. But then you're going to want 2 of the item that you want it to funnel out. In this case, it's going to be the raw chicken. And then that way that the raw chicken will go down through here into the furnace. And as you see, I put an extra chest up here. I'm going to try to go through this a little bit slower so you guys can see it. But these hoppers will go through here, and then this will get funneled down into the top where we actually have quite a bit of chicken already in here. There's already 13 loaded up, but I didn't want this to get overloaded just in case, because once it gets overloaded, it will kind of mess up the circuit. So you want to keep an eye on that. That's the only downside. You can add chests, you can do whatever you want. The main part is the circuit here, and then where it's going to go. So this hopper right here can go as far off as you want it to. You can put tons of chests, make it as big as you want. But eventually you're going to want it to go into the top part of the furnace, or a smoker. And then on the other side here is where the fuel comes in from the bamboo farm, and we'll get to that in just a second. And then on the bottom, you're going to have the cooked chicken coming out of the bottom into the chest. And so far we've already gotten 44 cooked chicken, so that's pretty cool. And then over here, as you saw on the top, those hoppers, so you can see the hoppers are running through here and over and down into this chest, and that's where all the extra feathers and everything else, which would just be feathers in this case, will go. Just kind of a runoff of where everything is going to go. So if you see, like, let's say hypothetically this does get all full of chicken for whatever reason, you're going to have a runoff of chicken that's going to go into this chest. So if you ever come into your base and, man, there's a whole bunch of chicken inside where my feathers are supposed to be, well, that'll be an indicator that there's something wrong, and you have to go through and kind of reset the system. Over here is the bottom part of the bamboo farm. Let's get rid of this guy. Get out of here. Which I'm gonna go around actually to the other side, and that way we can get an idea of what this is looking like. I'm going to try to go through this as easy as I can. I really was bummed out that the audio did not work for the other video. I think it did turn out pretty good. We did have to work around a whole bunch of things. But anyway, if you see in there, I kind of went down one layer and put the bamboo. And then I put some tracks kind of going into it and kind of push those mine hoppers into that hole. The one thing to note about that is you have to have the bamboo sprouts or the saplings, the very first. You can't just push them into the full grown bamboo because they're a solid piece. So you'd have to break the bamboo, replant if needed, and then push those mine hoppers into that area. And then the mine hoppers, because some of the bamboo will actually get stuck on top of the pieces, the solid pieces of bamboo, the mine hoppers will eliminate that as an issue. So will get collected once the pistons break. And hopefully here in a second we might actually see the bamboo getting broke. And let's just go to bed real quick so we don't get blown up here. And since the last episode, you'll notice I have changed a little bit in here to fit the needs of the new system. Looks really good, I think. Kind of opened up this area, kind of organized. I mean, I took a lot of time actually organizing everything to where it kind of needs to go, so I know where everything's at. But oh, there's monsters nearby. What the heck? Where would they be? This guy? This guy, huh? Get rid of you. Okay, let's see if that works. Oh. Come on. There we go. Alright. And let's go back out and check how this is all working here. Okay, so underneath here, as you see this main block, try to get a good idea. I mean, you guys could rewind everything to see where all the pieces are. But if you look, the pistons are one above this wood piece to kind of get an idea of where we're at here. The wood piece, so one above that would be, this wood piece is where the bamboo is, or where those minecart hoppers are, which means that right here is the piece that's actually planting the bamboo, is this dirt block that I'm looking at right here that's directly above this minecart hopper system. This minecart hopper will go back and forth. I did add a couple of hoppers in here to maximize the amount of pieces that are going in at a time. If it goes in too slowly, the chicken won't cook it very fast. And you want at least a minimum of four pieces of bamboo to cook one chicken. So you want that to go in pretty quickly to be able to cook the chicken effectively. You can make this very big. You don't have to make it as small as this. I would recommend probably one bamboo shoot per chicken inside of your laying egg chamber, even though they do lay a lot more eggs, but the chance of a chicken coming out of an egg kind of equivalates to, or I'm using weird words. Anyway, it basically in my mind works out to one shoot that you have inside of your chicken coop to be able to maximize the amount of chicken cooked. And I might be wrong on that, but anyway, I do have two observers observing. Once that bamboo gets up to the observer, it will send a signal. I put a redstone repeater here to strengthen the signal, and then using glass I went and made and you can kind of see how the redstone goes down through these to get down to this area, and eventually I'll probably build this out and make it look nice. But once the observer sees the bamboo there, it will break the bamboo. Bamboo will fall into those hoppers and collect it all in the bottom and sent to the furnace. And that way it will cook the chicken automatically. And once we go back inside and look in here, I kind of made it so you don't really see anything. All you have is the chest with the chicken in it, chest with the feathers. But what you can do is put a block here with a, and it could be any block. I wouldn't use dirt just because you want it to look nice or whatever. I mean, it could be any solid block with a lever on it, and then that way you can turn off the hoppers adjacent. So it would turn this one off and it would turn that one off. And then eventually the chicken will get all collected in here and you can take out the experience as needed. This will store all the experience that you have cooked up until this point, so you will get all the experience from these 44 chicken as well as anything else that you gather out of there. So using this to collect for items and things like that, it's going to be a really good tool to be able to just store a lot of experience. Plus, it's something to maintain. Once it's up and running, it's up and running. And that's pretty much the gist of what this is. I'm sure people probably have a lot of questions. Feel free to put them in the comments. If needs be, I will go into a creative work and recreate this if I need to kind of show off how I did it step by step. But But yeah, this is the basic chicken coop with the automatic chicken farm slash feather farm slash bamboo farm. And then, as you remember in last episode, I would like to go over this real quick. I did update the enchantment room down here, and I kind of made it look a little bit nicer. I think it turned out really well. I kind of like it. Let me know what you think in the comments. If this is something that I like it though. If you have any comments though, please feel free. But if you like the video, please hit that like button to help support the channel, as well as to subscribe and follow me on Twitch, as well as on YouTube. But until the next episode, we'll see you then.